further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinguished pleasure to welcome to the celebration of Norouz 1400, the Director of Social Media for the Persian American Women's Conference, Khanum Haleh Kohan. How are you, Haleh Jun?
Hi, Iman June. Happy New Year. Happy Norouz. Sal no Mubarak.
خیلی ممنون و همچنین to you and your family. By the way, I should have double checked this before. Is it Kohan?
Kohan.
Kohan. See, there we go. I should have checked beforehand, so I wasn't sure. Kohan. Okay, very cool. So خیلی ممنون که you set aside time on a Saturday evening on Norouz to be with us today. Greatly appreciate it. And really the purpose for anybody who's wondering who this lovely lady is and what Persian American Women Conference is first of all awareness of the fact that an organization exists that is intended to support unconditionally women who are doing great things to support other women essentially. But I would rather have Haleh, please explain a little bit more about who Persian American Women Conference is, and then we'll segue about how they have become a vehicle of support for Bala Hazrat's Yasmine Pahlavi's efforts with Iran refugees in Greece. And so we're going to kind of tie these things together so you get educated about the organization as well as the efforts that are being made to assist our fellow compatriots that are living in horrid conditions, including the children that are in really unacceptable conditions. And I'm just happy that we get to learn more about it so that we can do everything we can on our part to support this group as much as that we can. And we touch on this more in the Awesome People podcast that I had with Shahzada Mirza Pahlavi as well as Bala Hazrat Yasmine Pahlavi in our podcast episode. And I hope that in the weeks and months to come, we continue to have these conversations. We need to have these conversations. There's absolutely no reason why there's any Iranian refugee that is in dire need of help. And I'm just grateful to have this opportunity here with Haleh so she could talk more about it. And hopefully we can all come together and help them with their mission even more. So go ahead, Haleh.
This is very close to my heart. And first American Women Conferences was founded in 2011. And our mission is to inspire and empower all women around the world. But how we came to go to Greece and meet all these refugees is that in 2019, Dr. Mojgan Hakimi, the founder of Persian American Women, met with Wala Hazrat Yasmine Pahlavi, and they took a trip to Greece island, specifically Lesbos and Athens. And there they met with a lot of Iranian refugees that we never knew that existed in Greece. All these Iranian refugees have been forgotten, and we didn't know that they live there. They live in deplorable conditions in Greece. Most of them in Lesbos live in tents that UN has provided for them. They don't have 4 walls to live in. They live in tents, which when it rains, it comes into the tents. They deal with insects, mouse, rodents, all these kinds of things that they have to deal with, which we never knew. The lucky ones go to Athens, and they somehow get themselves to Athens, which is a little better condition. Now, what we have done is that when Dr. Hakimi and Wala Hazrat Yasmine Pahlavi went there and they met and they saw what kind of conditions they live in, we decided to do a donation and do a GoFundMe for all these refugees for the past year and a half. There is a kind of a Cafe Patogh over there that is a little restaurant. We have turned it into a community center that provides all kinds of things for them. Before I go there, when Dr. Hakimi and Yasmine Pahlavi came back from Greece, we decided to do a donation of clothing, formula, blankets, anything that they might need there and which is not provided for them. We sent a container, all donations of formula for infants, diapers, blankets, clothing, and everything that was needed at the time. They took it to Cafe Patogh and they distributed to these refugees there, which I'm very proud and I'm very thankful for anyone who donated these. Second, what we did was that we did a GoFundMe, which we tried to keep the doors open for Cafe Patogh. And Cafe Patogh, people go there we provide warm food for all the refugees. We provide clothing if it's possible. We leave the lights on, security. We have the Wi-Fi, the computers, everything that they need to go for a place for them to go and get some refuge, really. We have provided all sorts of things. I don't know if you have the video that we've sent for you that we can maybe share with them. But we also do mental health. We have volunteers that are right now helping with all the refugees, most of the refugees that need mental health. Cafe Patogh is also providing a place for refugees to go and have a safe space. So with the donations, we're trying to do many things with the refugees there.
Yes, and definitely the pictures are playing in the background of Cafe Patogh, and I do believe that we're going to have the video that's playing in the background as well. And we just provided a link to the GoFundMe as well. And so is basically the number one way that the community can support right now is to essentially just go to the GoFundMe, and those funds will basically be used to provide with the essential needs that these individuals are in dire needs for?
Yes. But most specifically is I want to make it clear that every volunteer that works with us is a nonprofit and they don't get paid. Our therapists and the people who work with these refugees are there and they use so many of their own time and their own resources to help clinically help them get better. These are women who have been raped, they have been for a domestic abuse. Any kind of help we can give them, we give them for emotionally and any help that it's possible for us to do for them, really.
Right now, do you know approximately how many Iranians are actually in this area that we're trying to essentially bring awareness to? Do you have an approximate number?
In 2019, we tried to do a little bit of a survey to see how many exactly we have. We have
Right.
about 80 in Lesbos living in tents, and about 100 to 200 in Athens. I'm not sure if during this pandemic if it increased or not, but the way it is in Iran, I'm sure that many are trying to flee.
Okay. Well, there is this one the video that I actually would like to have Brandon start over, and then once we play it, we can come back because I think it will shed a much more stronger light on exactly what is going on over there. It's the one with the individuals that are speaking in the beginning. So if you don't mind giving us a few moments, we're going to play the video and we're going to play it, restart it because it was playing in the background. So Brandon, if you could please restart this video in its full audio, I would greatly appreciate it. From the start.
راجع شرط الانم بگم
اینجا اصلا رسیدگی نداره. اینجا اصلا هیچ کس تو رو نمیبینه. خودت.
من خودم الان حدود 22 ساله که psychologist هستم.
I've been a practicing practitioner for 20 years.
من clinical licensed clinical psychologist هستم.
من حدود 15 ساله که therapist هستم.
I'm also a therapist since 2005.
برای مدت 26-7 سال سایکولوژی اینستراکتور بودم UCLA و سنتا مونیکا کالج. کارم تدریس سایکولوژی بود.
خیلی خیلی خوشحالم که تونستم یه شعری داشته باشم تو کمک به این هموطنان عزیزی که در به در آواره شدن و واقعا من خودم خیلی چیز یاد گرفتم در کمک به اینا. به خودم بیشتر کمک شد تو به اونا فکر کنم.
همیشه اینطوره به نظر من همیشه.
و وقتی که مجری با من صحبت میکرد راجع به این پناهنده های ایرانی ما، واقعا قلب من اصلا درد میگرفت که من حس کنم که ماها هموطنایی داریم که برای هر نوع امیدی حاضرن دست به هر کاری بزنن
و یواش یواش ازش میخواد که بهش اورال سکس بده و این بچه این کار رو مجبور میشه انجام بده و بعدش هم بهش میگه، تهدیدش میکنن که اگر اینو به کسی بگی ما میایم خواهر کوچیک 5 ساله تو رو میکشیم. یا
یه خانومی که در 5-6 سالگی نه در 9 سالگی در ایران این دختر بچه ریپ میشه از طرف کازنش. بعد کازنش یه چیز داغ میذاره پشت دستش که دستشو میسوزونه و میگه اجازه اگر که حرف بزنی به بابات بگی. باباش هم از اون آدمای خیلی مستعبد بوده، هم بابات هم تو رو میکشه هم منو میکشه، هیچ وقت اجازه نداری به کسی بگی.
وقتی که با من کارش رو شروع کرد تازه از یک سویساید اتمپت اومده بود بیرون. قصد داشت، اولش هم که با هم صحبت میکردیم صحبتش این بود که خودش رو میخواد بکشه.
I mean, they saw violence, they saw sexual violence towards women and children, bullying, taking things away from people. I mean, the refugee camps, the way he explained them were just awful.
من با ایشون هفته 2 بار صحبت میکنم و من با ایشون قرار گذاشتم دوشنبه و پنجشنبه صبح ساعت 8 صبح من، یعنی به خدا 8 نمیشه 8 و 1 دقیقه تلفن زنگ میزنه و ایشون جون کنه ببخشین ولی 1 دقیقه از وقت من گذشته.
She was in actually a very good place. She was telling me خانم دکتر من دیگه حالم خوبه، شما با کسای دیگه کمک بکنید.
ولی مثلا من با 1 کلمه که بهشون گفتم 2-3 روز بعد زنگ گفتن کردم بچه‌م هم اینجوری کرد، بعدش هم حالا چیکار کنم و همینجوری که مثلا من سعی می‌کردم ایشونو حل و فصل کنم نگه دارم. اصلا من برام خیلی قابل قبول بود که چقدر میتونستن رشد کنن و جلو برن.
خب الان چون وقتمون داره تموم شد فقط می‌خواستم واقعا بگم خیلی از همتون تشکر میکنم و امیدوارم که خسته نشین و ادامه بدین کارتونو.
مرسی، خیلی ممنون. مرسی از وقت شما و از کمک‌هایی که برای بشریت دارید میکنید.
میخوام بگم که اینا 1-2 تا نیستن اونجا متاسفانه و عده‌شون بی اندازه زیاده.
It really doesn't matter where, when and how. We're always happy to help others in any way that we can. So
خب یکی چجوری میشه، ولی خب هممون یاد گرفتیم که دست به دست همدیگه میدیم و مثل زنجیر بزرگتر میشیم.
دقیقاً.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and I hope that when you watch this video, you are also touched and heartbroken at the same time, to the point that you also want to, grab a piece of this big mission ahead and help eradicate this issue that's happening, you know, and I have no doubt that if we all embrace the PAWC group, that we can actually make a profound impact on the lives of people that are really counting on somebody to come and bring them out of these dire situations. And I just really want to thank Haleh Kohan and Dr. Hakimi and everybody else that's behind your incredible organization that is putting so much heart and soul into what they're doing, especially Dr. Hakimi from a psychologist standpoint, and just, you know, seeing the videos that we have here with these psychologists that are spending 1 to 2 days a week to help with people remotely. You know, it's just, I mean, the trauma is unreal, you know, and that's why these things need to be addressed immediately. I consider this as a patient that's on in the ER room, and surgery needs to be done immediately. This is not something to kind of be brushed aside. We need to address this as quickly as possible. And so for anybody that's watching, we greatly appreciate you visiting the GoFundMe. And if you are in the position to financially donate, this is an extremely trustworthy organization with a great reputation that is, you know, putting their entire heart and soul into this mission. And we would greatly appreciate your support in supporting their mission. Haleh, if there's anything else that you would like to add that we missed out on, please feel free to do so at this time.
That's it. Thank you so much for your time and for everyone who can help. We really appreciate it.
All right. Well, I look forward to working hand in hand with you, with Dr. Hakimi and the rest of the wonderful group at PAWC, and of course also alongside Bala Hazrat Yasmine Pahlavi. خیلی خیلی ممنون از وقتتون. امیدوارم که سال خیلی خوبی داشته باشید. با امید دیدار شما.